Hey guys! So finally, as promised, my 3000 subscribers special video in which I'm going to tell you the history of this channel. And I say history and not story because it's got quite a history. This channel, in case you didn't know, it has been on since 2007. So for those of you who have been supporting this channel and for those who are curious enough what has happened during these 11 years of my YouTube life, well, this is a video that I made for you to commemorate my 3000 subscribers. When I reached 2000 subscribers around 2 months ago, I made also a special video called I Am a Writer, in which I revealed that I am a writer and I talked about my writing and about my books and all that stuff. But in that video I mentioned that once I reached 3000 subscribers, I will talk about the history of this channel. So here it is. So where to begin? Well, let's start from the beginning. You've probably seen my guitar in a lot of my videos and you probably wonder, why do I show it so often in my videos? Why does it appear so damn often? Well, that's because this is where this channel actually began. May 26, 2007. Yep, that's the date I created this account. It wasn't at first with the name Erick Landon RPG. Back then it was Roxy Cloud. Roxy was a cartoonish character I created to draw comics at school when I was bored, but it was actually back then when I realized that I had zero talent and patience for drawing. Cloud meant the obvious, the character we all know from Final Fantasy VII. I chose that name because I was a fan of the game and Cloud himself. Then I watched Advent Children, and then Crisis Core, then played Kingdom Hearts, and the hype destroyed my fanboyism. But anyway, that's the reason behind the name. Since I was 11 years old, I already knew that I wanted to be a musician. I wanted to compose songs and play them live with a band, with me being the lead singer. I did have bands back in high school and after that too, but none of them worked. I was highly influenced by bands like Nine Inch Nails and The Cure, so I decided to create my own songs with my own instruments in what will later be the Vortex Dimension. First it was called Lost Android, and when MySpace was huge, I did have an account and uploaded some of my first demos there. Then YouTube gained more popularity and I made this channel in order to upload those same demos that I recorded with my guitar, a nice pedal machine and some old keyboards. At first I had uploaded some songs under the name Lost Android, but the channel's name was still Roxy Cloud. Time went on and I took them down because I always felt they were too amateurish and lacked good production. 2 years later I uploaded new demos to my channel, now under the name The Vortex Dimension. Once again, I took down a couple and only left these two, Sephira and Gold Dolphin. As you can see, they're still there, so you can go and listen and give your opinion, although keep in mind they're just demos. So the channel went like that for a while, but it obviously never worked. I did receive some positive feedback, but I always found myself trapped with economic limitations in order to improve my equipment. That and some other issues finally made me quit YouTube and use the channel for some other stuff. Yeah, RPGs. My first attempt was nothing serious. I wasn't interested at all in being a YouTuber. I just wanted to share something. I had a lot of free time and as you can see, I decided to upload a top 50 best RPG town themes over the course of March 2010. Some of these videos became slightly successful while the rest kept their views to a minimum. Eventually I returned to music since YouTube was now a big serious thing, and then I uploaded 8 new demos between 2010 and 2011. By then the channel had still the same name, and as you can see, once again, I wasn't successful. I didn't know how to promote my music and I didn't have the money to buy better equipment or even to pay a studio for better recording. So at last I gave up on music. Writing was still itching, very hard, reminding me of my past. I was still a role player back then, so to me, it was goodbye music career, hello writing career. My first attempt was this, the Sephira Project, a visual novel series divided onto 11 episodes in English and made with Gaia sprites. Gaia Online was still a big thing back then, and like I said at the beginning, I had zero talent at drawing, so I had to resort to creating characters from Gaia and stealing random backgrounds. I made the dialogues as in JRPGs, but I made the terrible mistake of writing in a very small font size. First criticism broke my heart. Back then I was very depressed due to personal issues, and I was almost in bankrupt, so I stopped promoting the videos and eventually made them private. The story was really good, but the criticism went towards the small dialogue boxes and the fact that I used Gaia sprites for the characters. I know some of you will be interested in watching this series, but I just don't want to receive the same bullshit I received back then once again, so I would rather remake the series one day with original drawings from an artist or something. So the Sephira project will have to continue being on standby as of now. After that, I quit YouTube for a while, recovered from my depression and economical issues, and decided to explore yet another talent, another passion I've always had, movies. I recently made a post on this topic on my blog, in case you're interested, in which I discussed the 3 short films I made for YouTube and other websites in Spanish. I had also written my first manuscript, which 1 year later will become my first self-published book. So within the course of 3 years, I devoted myself on making these short films and promoting them. I did fairly well in YouTube, as you can see, but I did better in other websites. Nonetheless, I never got enough attention. But it was back then when I finally changed the channel's name to simply Erick Landon. Once more, I quit YouTube. Making short films was great and all, but they had so much limitations, like money for example, and didn't quite satisfy me as an artist. At least not as much as writing books, in which I was totally free. Back then, writing was already my profession, but I still felt empty regarding another passion of mine, which you now know very well, RPGs. I was bored, I will admit. I had absolutely zero intention of being a YouTuber, and I just wanted to make a few top 10s to share with my friends and acquaintances. Nothing more. So in June 2014, I made these videos, some of them becoming much later the most popular videos in my channel. They were still images, they weren't even videos. So I wasn't expecting these big amateur slideshows to become so damn popular within 1 year, because by 2015, as far as I remember, at least the PSP and Nintendo DS ones had already reached the 100,000 views. Back then, I wasn't interested at all in YouTube anymore. I was promoting my books, presenting and selling them in anime conventions in which my career was rising time after time, convention after convention. I just didn't have time to make videos or being a YouTuber. But alas, I fell to the temptation of being one, of sharing my thoughts, my passion on RPGs with the rest of the world. However, instead of being intelligent and continue to make more top 10s or similar videos in English, I made the wrong decision. In September 2015, I decided to make reviews in Spanish. Many of you have commented on my channel asking why I don't make videos in Spanish anymore, and that's because I actually failed once again as a YouTuber and therefore as a reviewer. My equipment was just a notebook and a $50 camera, and my reviews were just not good enough. Only a couple of them became slightly popular. The most popular one, as a matter of fact, I left it on this channel and you can watch it right now, although it's in Spanish. But the thing is, I took all of them down and uploaded them on another channel, the one I have with my friend Oscar, called Discusión Gamer, which translates to Gamer Discussion. I did this, however, after quite a while of having quit making them. My last one had been around February 2016, a review for Suikoden 5. About 90% of my reviews back then didn't even have 100 views, sadly, even after a while of promoting them and all that stuff. So for me, my YouTube life was over. I went to England in January 2017. It was a great experience. My plan was obviously never to return to Mexico and stay in the UK, but my luck as a writer ran out and I couldn't find a job, so ungraciously I returned to my country. Long story short, I had no life. My writing career was stuck precisely because I had stopped going to anime conventions, and my store, which I had closed a year before, was now gone. I had nothing. I had to live with my parents once again at 31 years old with no career and no job. And once again, I was broke. Little by little, I came back to reselling, to anime conventions for my books, and to YouTube. I started Discussion Gamer with my friend, and it went bad at first, but that was just the usual. And then I said to myself, what if I give my own channel one last chance? I mean, I have nothing to lose. What if I start making videos in English just as I should have done 3 years ago? What if I start doing top 10s? Voila! You already know what happened. My first top 10s didn't have too many views, but at least they had way more than most of my reviews in Spanish. So I saw future. I saw hope. Then this video happened. It went viral and helped the other videos gain more views, and therefore I gained more subscribers. I finally made it, I said. Even if it was small time, still under 1,000 subscribers. But then, this other video happened, and it also went viral, way more than the PS2 one, and it literally changed my life. YouTube saved me from depression and absolute breakdown. The same website, the same channel that had been a monumental pillar of failures, that had never worked even once for me, finally gave me something to hope for. Today, as you already know, I have over 3,000 subscribers and somewhat a successful channel. So as you can see, this channel has gone through a lot of failures, and I had never tasted success in my life as a YouTuber since 2007, and I'm glad to say that I'm finally seeing some success. I'm finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and that's pretty cool because it's been hard, and it was hard before, and it's still hard nowadays. You know, it's really hard to maintain a channel like this. You guys, you watch all of these YouTubers, and some of you might think it's easy to make videos, especially videos like this, because I've seen some YouTubers that just stand in front of the camera, say something for about 10 minutes. I made those kinds of videos, but you usually see these guys, and that's not exactly hard to do. That's pretty easy to do. But when you do top 10s, or when my channel is almost entirely subjective, but when you see all these YouTubers, like, I don't know, the Gaming Historian, for example, giving you something entirely objective is really hard. So it's hard to be a YouTuber. People underestimate this kind of job a lot. Some people think this is a hobby. To me, it's both. It's a job, it's a hobby, and it's a passion. It's a passion as well to talk to you and to share what little knowledge I have from my RP gaming life. So making these videos are hard, especially with the equipment I show you, especially with that kind of old equipment. But you know, I like doing this. I like sharing these things with you guys. It's awesome, and it's been awesome, and I hope it continues to be like this. So like I said, I see the light at the end of the tunnel. Finally, for the first time in my YouTube life, I'm starting to see some success, and it's pretty cool, and it's all thanks to you guys. Sure, you're gonna say that it's thanks to my RP gaming life. I've been playing RPGs for around 15 years, but you know, I can just tell anybody about this and make no difference. So you're the one making this difference. You're the one who has supported this channel and helped me grow as a YouTuber. And today I wouldn't be staying here, I wouldn't be standing here, sitting here, making this video if it wasn't for your support. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you once again for your extremely good support, and stay with me for more future videos, because I promise things are only going to get better. With that said, my friends, thanks for watching. See you next time.